So the first step to getting this logarithm alone in letter D, what should I do first? Subtract 7. So now I have negative 3 log of x equals negative 12. It's still not alone. Let's divide by negative 3. And what's negative 12 divided by negative 3? 4. So I have the log of x equals 4. Okay, now I understand like some of us think, well, I have to divide both sides by log. That's not how a logarithm works. There is no such thing. The way you get rid of a log is you write it in exponential form. Okay, so that's why we wrote that, or I wrote that down at the top of that paper. So what's the base of this log? 10. If it's not written here, it's 10. If it was ln, it would be e. On the other side, we have 4. So 10 to the 4th is equal to x. And you could expand that. Okay? So that is how we get rid of, if you will, a log. So what else comes into play are some of our logarithm properties from last week sometime, I think. What day is it? Thursday. We've only had school one day this week. From last week, we had some logarithm properties that involved multiplication and division. Do you remember those? Do you remember at least hearing about them?
No.
Tessa, do you remember hearing about them? She doesn't. Okay. So the two properties, I wrote them on the board on Tuesday, are if you have log base b of m plus log base b of n, you can write that as one logarithm, m times n. The other property we learned was having to do with subtraction. If you have log base b of m minus log base b of n, I can condense it to one logarithm, and it would be log base b of m divided by n. Okay, so in order to take multiple logarithms and solve an equation like that, we're going to have to condense them first to do that. Okay, do you see this addition sign there? So how can I rewrite the logarithm then? Using what operation? Multiplication. Okay, so we're going to put those two together, and we're going to rewrite this as the logarithm of x times x plus 21 equals 2. I'm not changing anything over here. Okay, do you see I just have that one logarithm now? Once I have one logarithm, we're going to change it to exponential form. What is the base of log if nothing's written down there? 10. So I have 10 to the other side equals what's inside the parentheses of the logarithm, which I'm going to go ahead and expand to x squared plus 21x, as long as you're okay with that. Okay. This is 100. Agreed? All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to move that 100 to the other side. X squared plus 21x minus 100. My thought right off the bat here is that it's not factorable, but
No.
so then I think we'd have to run it through, right? Because let's see. Oh yeah, 25 and negative 4. Well, if you were like me, I had the, what do you call it? A dumb attack. Sorry, I had a double check. If you had a double check like me, you can always run it through quadratic formula, okay? But you are right. Negative 100, because it's negative, it would have to be a plus and a minus. And then it would just be a plus 25 and a minus 4 equals 0. It's the same sheet as on Tuesday. All right, so my answers would be x equals negative 25 and x equals 4. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cross x equals negative 25 out. Does anyone know why I'm doing that? Yeah, when you're doing a logarithm, the logarithm has to be something greater than 0. And so in this question, I couldn't put negative 25 in. If you tried, you could try, but watch. Oh, it gave me an I. Do you remember the I's? That means it's imaginary. I'm going to go ahead and switch my mode so it doesn't do that anymore. To real mode. Now it says error, non-real answer. Okay. All right. Let's look at letter F. Last example. In letter F, this time, hello? Yep. Bye. Yeah, it's quick. If you want to stick around until, I don't care. If you think you got it, go for it. I am going to rewrite this as one logarithm. But in this case, I'm not going to use multiplication. I'm going to use division. So I'm going to have log base 3 of x plus 4 divided by x minus 5. Okay. Who knows what to do now? Yes, put it into exponential form. What's the base of this log? 3 to the other side squared equals x plus 4 over x minus 5. All right, something like this, when it's rational, we're going to go ahead and multiply both sides by the x minus 5. These cancel. Would we all agree that this is 9? So we got 9x. What's 9 times 5? Ooh, and this one's an easy one to solve because it's not even quadratic. We move our x to the other side, subtract x from both sides. I get 8x minus 45 equals 4. Add 45 to both sides. And divide by 8. Okay. So that is our process when we are dealing with, when we have a logarithm expression in, okay? Get it to be one log. If it already is, great, isolate it. Then rewrite it in exponential form, and then you're going to use some other